Oh my God. All right. Microphone check. Nah, I ain't doing that shit no more. All right.
Boy, Joe got on your ass about that shit.
Yeah, for real, for real. All right, man. Speak Between the Lines podcast, episode 24. It's your boy Rez.
Join with J-Rock in the building.
King Gabe, what's good with it?
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Can't really complain.
I don't even know if that picked up, honestly, but we'll be all right.
If what picked up?
Because I think I said it while I was adjusting something on the
Yeah,
line.
that night it faded out. It did.
Do you want to say it again?
You want to run it back?
No, you got to.
No, just say it. It's who is it? It's King.
King Gabe is in the building.
Yes, with the fresh edge up, the fresh lineup.
Yes, bro, and no hat on.
Whoa.
Oh.
Celebration, nigga.
No hats. Yeah, I told you, man. Hey, if the haircut ain't looking right,
The hat will
Hat
be
game
on.
coming on.
the hat will come out.
I gotcha. So, all right, that's what's up, man. Well, we going ahead and jump on to this episode. We want to start with wins and losses, or we want to start with Tweet Between the Lines?
Ooh.
You pick J-Rock.
Let's go and knock out the wins, and then we're going to get into the tweets.
All right, go ahead.
I had a loss.
Okay. What happened?
Yeah,
Man, so today I went to a new place for lunch on my lunch break. And it was like, I was trying to, since, somebody threw us on the bus, with the New Year's resolution, I'm like, you know what? I'm eat healthy today.
I wonder who he's alluding to.
Hey, I you call it throwing you under the bus. I call it being your accountability partner.
Absolutely. And then, so I'm like, today I got some quinoa.
Oh,
Okay.
I
I hated it.
was about to say, where's the loss?
You like quinoa? What's wrong with
No,
that?
man, it just it looked like a bunch of bugs.
Well, yeah.
It was I just like the taste is bland. You don't really taste nothing, but it looks like you're eating a bowl of bugs.
Well, it's a grain, so it's like rice. It's not going to taste like anything.
Well, I know, but it looks like I'm eating a bowl of bugs. So I'm like, you know what? I'm done.
Okay.
Like I need some grease. I need some trans fat right now.
some trans fat, some calories, some
Man,
carbs.
something. I need some carbs immediately.
What did you eat? What did you eat with it? Or you just had a bowl of
No. It was a salad. It was quinoa, onions, avocado, and some mustard type
Bro, this nigga went all the way to the dark side.
All
This
the
nigga
way.
went from church's chicken to nigga quinoa salad.
right.
So it wasn't good.
I wasn't feeling it.
I think you just got you gotta. I don't
Get
know. I
used
can't say
to
you
it?
got a bad batch, but nah. I mean, I've had quinoa once. I had it in stuffed bell peppers, and so it was mixed with a whole bunch of other stuff to where I didn't taste it.
Like that sounds like it'll be good because you got the bell peppers, cheese, and
yeah.
a whole bunch of other stuff with it.
Yeah, you got all that.
Nah, they scooped out 3 things of quinoa.
The struggle.
I'm like, what? Like y'all even put no lettuce with that or nothing?
Wait. So did you know what quinoa was? before
No,
you got it, or you just saw it on
absolutely
the
not. I was like,
menu?
you know what? I'm gonna get this. This thing only had 500 calories. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing real good.
Let me get that thing that start with a Q. What does that say? Quinoa. Yeah, let me get some of that. That looks healthy.
Man, so it was a place. It was like Chipotle. Like Chipotle, you got all the rice at the bottom.
Right.
All that was quinoa.
Oh man.
I think quinoa just got to grow on you, bro, because it's not that bad. It's just
Your body will adjust.
Yeah,
It's gonna have to. God.
it's gonna happen. So you gonna run that quinoa back? You gonna run that back like that?
I'm gonna try it again next week. I'm not gonna do it tomorrow, but I'm gonna try it again next week in a smaller dose. Cause that was way too much quinoa at one time. Way too much quinoa at one time.
Quinoa overload.
Absolutely. I think
a whole bunch of quinoa.
Sprouting out quinoa on my arms and stuff.
This nigga gonna be at the gym sweating out quinoa.
Oh man. Yo.
That's what's up, man. Don't give up on the quinoa. Don't give up on the healthy life, dog. You wanna go?
Yeah, man. So I actually got a dub. Shout out to my nigga David for providing this for me. But I actually got a chance to experience the greatest J. Cole album of all time. So basically how this ended up happening was we were talking about Steph Curry and Kevin Durant, right? And we were debating like the finals, and I wanted Steph Curry to win. Obviously, KD deserved it, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
So he made this parallel between Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. And so he was like, well, who's better, Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole? And so my first thought was Kendrick Lamar, right?
Yeah.
But then he made a great comparison between Steph Curry and Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and KD. And his comparison was this, that Kendrick Lamar is a rapper that hits you in spurts, in bursts. It's like what he does is so impressive when you hear it. You get really, really hyped. Like, you're just like, man, that nigga killed that shit,
Yes.
right?
Especially with that Black Panther soundtrack.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you start to look at the lyrics and what he's actually saying, I mean, it's just rapidy rap shit. And he likened that to Steph Curry. Steph Curry will explode on you in quick bursts, right? And then he made the comparison of J. Cole and KD, and he was saying, well, KD's reliable. He's consistent. He's always going to hit you at that high caliber level every single time. Even when it's an off night by his standards, it's actually higher than most people.
Yeah.
And he made that comparison to J. Cole. That J. Cole lyrically is always going to hit you at a certain level. And it's very high quality. It's not rapidy rap like I'm so impressed by the way he performs this, i.e. Steph Curry shooting 35, 40-foot threes. Like, oh my God, that nigga's the best player in the world. But it's like just that consistent, like, I'm going to give you 30. And there's not nothing you're not going to do shit about it. So I was like, I don't know. So he said, have you heard this album called, he said, what's your favorite J. Cole album? I said, Forest Hills. Right. He said, have you heard, what's that thing called? Truly Yours. I said, no. So this nigga literally plays me the soundtrack. Now, I end up basically going to Tidal, shout out to the plug, and downloading this album. It is the greatest J. Cole album I've ever seen. Crazy. So that was my dub. I love that album. I played that album nonstop for like 6 days.
What is it called?
It's called Truly Yours.
Is that a mix?
So it was a mixtape. So what's crazy was it was a mixtape that dropped in 3 different sections. So it was a Truly Yours Part 1, Part 2, and then a Part 3 that was packaged with the Forest Hills Deluxe package. So what Tidal did was they merged it all into one album. Like one cohesive album.
Truly Yours. I'm going to have to check that out.
Listen, anybody that's listening to this podcast, go play that off Tidal or wherever you stream from and get back to me. Holla at me and let me know how basically what your take is. In fact, his first song is called Let Me Holla at You. It's fire.
That's what's up. Truly Yours. I'm going to check that out. I got a dub too, actually. My dub was mounting the TV over the fireplace.
What?
Yeah. My homeboy.
Wait, at the crib? Mm-hmm. So you're not gonna invite us over? Is that
Of course not.
Bro, we did this.
When did this hang?
When did it happen?
Yeah.
What's today?
Let me test your nigga.
Thursday. It happened. We did this Tuesday night.
48 hours, huh?
Tuesday night.
I see.
Yeah, but nah. Yeah, my homeboy came over.
And we're finding out at the same time as the world.
Right.
What y'all want me to do?
Invite
us over.
So we finished mounting the TV at 12 o'clock at night. I text y'all, hey, the TV's mounted. Y'all come over.
On the way.
I mean, Wednesday.
Nah.
So you don't bring no chicken. You don't invite us over. It's just what's going on, man? Like, do we need a sidebar and just?
Hey, man, nah, I ain't got nothing against y'all. I mean, shit.
It's all good?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Nah, it's good. I mean, y'all can come over. I don't know. I mean,
yo, when a nigga say,
you're telling about winning to
when a nigga says, yo, you can come over, and then he looks 90 degrees to the ground.
Nah,
the eye slant. It means your ass ain't invited. Nigga.
Yeah.
Nah, y'all can
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, y'all can definitely fall through. But why it's a win was because my wife has been wanting to get this TV mounted for a long time.
That's what's up.
Yeah, there you go.
My bad. Anyway,
there you go.
So my wife has been wanting to get this TV mounted for a long time. Oh yeah, y'all pounded. Good job, guys.
Pause. Pause.
These niggas back here pounding behind me and shit.
Pause. Whoa.
Hold up, man.
Whoa.
Hold up. Whoa, Kimosabi.
Y'all talking about I'm on 10.
Pounding behind my back and shit.
Pause. So you're just not going
Nah.
You ain't gonna clean it up?
You're not going to respect the pause?
Nah, I'm not. Me?
What is going on with you?
Me? What's going on with me? What's going on with this nigga Rock?
Oh, they didn't hear that part. This nigga was wild. He was going. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that. This nigga was wild.
Yo, this nigga was on something serious. But
Right.
so it was a win because, like I said, my wife's been wanting to get this TV mounted for a long time, man. We've been having electricians come out and give us estimates, and we've got anything from $500 to like almost $2,000 to mount the TV. Right.
Nigga, you could have just called J-Rock.
Yeah, I would have did that for you for Chris 50 and a cold beer.
But we weren't just trying to mount the TV. We were hiding the wires behind the wall. So
y'all
that's
want
what
to
they
look
were charging
professional.
for.
Yeah.
That's what they were charging for. They were charging for drilling holes and then routing the power behind the fireplace.
So basically, you're saying I need to step up my TV hanging game.
I didn't say nothing about your
I'm just
house, my
saying,
brother.
I understand. Duly noted. Continue.
But no, it was a win because it took forever. But I like it. I didn't care at first, but now that it's up, it's dope, and we saved a lot of money. So that was it.
That's dope.
It is dope, man. So off of wins and losses, on to tweets between the lines.
Yes, tweets between the lines.
All right, tweets between the lines, man. Damn, am I really talking that low?
Yeah, you are.
Wow.
Jesus.
You good?
All right,
Speaking to Mike.
because I have to
Embrace
look.
it.
I have to look at my. See, he on that shit.
That was pause.
That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. All right, so we got a few
coming out
tweets
now.
here. You know what? What's interesting about this particular section is that a lot of people responded to what we actually talked about on episode 23. One of the topics, anyway, which was what is 3 things women want from men.
Okay.
First and foremost, shout out to this nigga A Sweet again for calling you out, Rez, because
What you mean,
this
though?
nigga was like, Rez.
Hold on. Get off me, nigga. Get off me before you even say that. Get off me.
Bro, this nigga was like, this nigga Red swear he hitched, dog. This nigga, he said you were watching Hitch when you thought of this topic, nigga.
Yo, get off me, son. Get off me.
Bro, nigga, that shit was too funny. Like, who does nigga think he is?
Yo.
Nigga, Alex Hitchens? Who you think he is, dog?
Shit.
That shit was funny.
In that dance routine.
Bro, oh my God. That shit was hilarious, bro. So shout out to that nigga for calling you out about that shit.
Yeah.
But a lot of other people, they actually responded to what are 3 things women want from men.
Okay.
So we got a whole bunch of little different answers. I kind of want to just throw at y'all. Actually, some are kind of what we talked about on the episode, but a few are different.
Okay.
So one we got was quality time, words of affirmation, and being upfront.
I feel like she just watched 5 Love Languages. And
I thought she was reading the book.
yeah, and just threw the
Wow.
just threw the what was the last one? That was a throw in.
Oh, be upfront.
Yeah. So it felt like she read the 5 love languages and it just thought about a nigga that did some fuck shit and said, and be upfront. Words of affirmation, quality time. Oh, nigga, you better tell me.
Wow.
Hey,
No, shout out. That's what's up.
That
That's
could have
dope.
been very well, but at least, she knows what she's
At
looking
least you're
for.
real about it.
Another one was loyalty, security, and humor.
Loyalty.
Okay, and humor. Yeah, I can see that.
You can see that?
Yeah, I can't see that.
You see that?
Jokes get you a long way.
They do.
Yeah.
All right. Last one.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
Last one. Trust. Wait, what I just missed?
He said, got us a podcast.
What did? What got-
Jokes.
Jokes. Got you. Yeah, it did. I'm sorry. I'm on my tweets. I missed that exchange. But the last one, trust, love, and a nigga's wallet.
Wow.
Can we clap it up for my girl on the niggas' wallets?
Well, that was the guy that said that.
What
Hold
the
up.
fuck?
Pause. Whoa. Skirt. Pull the brakes. She said, hold up.
Wait, he said-
Yeah.
a nigga's wallet?
Yeah.
That's the 3 things that he wants.
No, what are 3 things women want from men?
Oh, I misinterpreted. My fault. Hey, my fault, player. Hey, my fault,
okay.
player. I was about to cock one on you. So like, pause. So I was like, hold on. Like, nigga.
Bro, y'all niggas tripping. Yeah, man. So that.
It's like, hold on.
Yeah. So that's.
Like, wait,
I understand.
Okay,
get
I'm
it?
with you.
I
Yeah,
mis-
you on the
yeah,
same page?
I'm with it.
Yeah, I misinterpreted. the message.
All right, man. Yeah, so hit us up, man. Speak Between the Lines, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Show us some loves on our YouTube page. We got 2 videos out, 2 reaction videos. And hit us with some more tweets, with tweets between the lines. I think this is pretty dope. I like hearing from people that fuck with us.
And what's the handle?
The Twitter handle?
Yep.
Speak Between is the Twitter handle.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So
And, just for kicks and giggles, hit us up on the IG and Facebook.
Yeah.
It's all fun.
it's all fun and games.
And also
fun
on
anyway.
YouTube, if you have anything you want us to react to, trying something different, shoot us a message on the YouTube on the comment section, and we'll go and look into that too.
That's dope. I like it.
All right.
All right, so what we jumping into?
All right, I'm going to start things off. Unless you want to kick things off, Abe? You want to go and jump into it?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Ready? Okay, guess I am start things off. Real quick.
Wait, what the hell just happened? bro, how this nigga... Well, how you say I'm going to kick things off? Well, shit, let's say unless you want to.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. You got to All right.
Go ahead, brother.
That nigga said, I'm not ready.
Okay. So this week I want to talk to you guys about perception being reality.
All right, let's get it.
And when I think about it, it's basic when somebody hears your name, what does that mean? So when you hear Rock, Ave, Rez, or yourself, what's the person's perception of you? What type of work do you do? If it's personal life, is this person trustworthy? So in thinking of that, it made me realize people today really don't care about their name. When you go back to old movies like Scarface and Goodfellas, said, all I have in this world is my balls and my word.
Yep.
And I break it for nobody. What that means is whatever I say, I'm gonna do.
Shout out to Al Pacino.
Right. Then even if you watch anime, like one of my favorite animes is Bleach. And one of the characters, everything says, by the honor of the Quincy, I'm gonna do this. By the honor of Quincy, I'm not gonna do that. So that's his people, his heritage. So he's saying,
He's bound by honor.
I'm bound by who I am and who everybody behind me is.
That's fire.
So
I should like that one.
So that means like whatever I'm saying, it's important to me. I'm gonna mean it. So whenever y'all hear people on their, putting their name as representation, does that mean anything to y'all? Like somebody came to you, hey, as a man, I'm gonna do this. Does that sway you even more than if you know that person's background, or does putting somebody's name mean anything anymore?
If somebody's just saying that they're going to do it?
Yeah.
Like somebody's walking to me, hey, I'm a man, I'm going to do this?
Right.
Shit, nigga, that's just words to me. I think you got to do it. Anybody can say they'll do anything.
Yeah. But on the flip side, though, I feel what you're saying from this standpoint. Sometimes a name to me will, it does give it a little more oomph. Especially if I know, like you said, their background, like, okay, that dude always comes through. Yeah. Like, I do that with movies. Like, if I see Dwayne Johnson in a movie, I'm like, yeah, this movie's probably going to suck, but I'm going to be entertained because it's Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, because you know the name behind it.
Yeah.
So that's something that, is very interesting to me when it came to perception reality, because, that's how your perception is built, is what you do and how people perceive it.
Okay.
So, when looking at that, the most common things is how you dress, how you talk, do you honor your word, what type of work ethics you have.
Right.
So the easiest way to find out the perception is to ask.
Agreed.
But that's the scariest thing to do.
Agreed.
Because once you have a perception that's out there, it's hard to change it. And that's one thing I want to chop up with y'all about. How do you change what your perception is? Because that's one thing I've always struggled with. And I'll give an example of it before we start on it.
Sure.
Like in my past, back when I was probably about 22, had a job as a supervisor at a call center. And came to work one day, none of the phones are working in my section. So I go to 2 other soups in the same section. I mean, it's like, hey, none of my phones are working. What's going on with y'all? Phones, calls are coming in, everything's good. Same thing with the other section. I'm like, hey, is there anything I can do to help? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna be in my section, just coaching, doing whatever. And fast forward, like 2 hours later, a trainer comes in. It's like, hey, how come nobody said anything about the phone's not working? And then they made a call to corporate, and it was a issue with the switch or the router or whatever. And then the phone started coming in. Then the week later, when the big boss came in, it's like, well, Jared, you don't want to work. So because of that situation, the perception was I didn't want to do my job. Versus, well, I know I came to the two other soups and they're like, well, I don't need any help. And it is what it is. So, I ended up leaving that company like 6 months after that. But how do you change a perception once it's a negative perception towards you? Like for situations like that, I had no idea what to do to fix it.
Well, I mean, I can kick it off on this aspect, personal story, but it's same as yours. So where I work, even now, I was stuck. I remember I got stuck in the department for like 3.5 years. Couldn't promote out to save my life. Like, we get graded by like a number system, right?
Right.
And so if your numbers aren't good, I mean, you just SOL. You ain't going nowhere. And so I remember, just kind of getting discouraged, and you show up late, take longer breaks, nigga shit,
Right.
Yeah, for real.
So and I was on my nigga shit, and I was doing that, and I remember I got humbled. I actually applied for a position. I got the position. I had to take a series of tests, and I remember I failed it by it was like 1.4%. And there was no exception. So I had to go right back to the department I've been trying to get out for 3+ years. And I finally got my shot. It was a coaching position. Got the position. And it was like one of those situations where I had to actually outwork everybody else because I had the lowest numbers out of
Everybody who got
everybody that got it. I had the lowest numbers. So how my perception eventually started to change was literally I got fortunate to have a mentor and a supervisor that was willing to basically put me on projects to work. So literally I was working overtime without the pay. So like I would be like on the weekend working on a project for the company to try to help initiate some things, or I would be at the house at night thinking about how we can better effectively train something and talking with him, and we would chop it up and see what was the best way. And by doing that, the people that were under us, as far as like the people we had to mentor, their numbers went up. And when their numbers went up, I got credit for that. And so basically I got in that position, got promoted in 6 months, took what I learned from that, just the work ethic, to showing up. Instead of showing up late all the time, I was coming in like an hour early and staying late. So taking that work ethic, I went to the next department, got promoted within 6 months, and literally like basically in like maybe 14 months, my income doubled from where I was before.
Wow.
And my perception was, it went from, oh, this nigga ain't never gonna make it, to like, oh, who's that guy? Like even as recently as a few weeks ago, I got tagged by a manager. I don't even know this person. And they said, hey, get this person to come into this group meeting that we're having to discuss some things. And that's literally like, it just came down to, sometimes it's the right person and getting with the right connect. And he was that guy to pull out that, I don't want to say greatness, but pull out that work ethic from me to actually do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, when you're talking about a job, I mean, Rez pretty much hit on the nail. I mean, if you're going to try to change your perception about yourself in a work environment, then the best way to do it is to show it through your work ethic and what type of numbers you can pull up. So I think that, I mean, you can't get no better example than that because he's lived it. Outside of working, and when you get into like your personal life and changing your perception, I think I don't want to say it's more challenging, but it's different. because it depends on the situation. Like if you're talking about, let's say you messed up in a relationship, right? And so now this person has a perception of you that's shifted.
Let's go.
Okay.
Ave.
You know,
Yep.
like how can you change that perception, right? And you can say like, oh baby, you know I'm gonna change, I'm gonna do all this shit, but you know none of that matters.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah. And you know, in some cases, that perception, the perception of that person, the perception that person has of you may not ever change.
Right.
So is it, at that point, is it worth changing? Is it worth trying to change that perception? That's the question.
I guess it depends on what you get out of it. Like, see, I'm and forgive me because I might be wrong on this. I'm very I don't want to say motivated, but I look at the benefits that I get out of certain things. So, for example, if my perception's off, well, like let's say relationship wise, right? So the woman doesn't trust the guy, or it doesn't have this perception that he wants her to have of him. Is it worth changing yourself if that perception may never change for her? Me, myself, I would say yeah, because that's the benefit for me. Is like, okay, well, your perception may not have changed, but mine has.
Yeah.
I know that, yeah, I took a L, I messed up. So, yeah, it's worth it for me to change because now I know I'm not that person anymore. So you can be in your feelings and you know, hold this L if you want.
Yeah.
Or you can recognize what efforts I've put in place to become a better person to take that L from you.
I like it.
Yeah, because one thing with the personal, because you're right, with personal is much harder to change.
That is.
Because professional, you have numbers to back up. You know, hey, you have a perception of being late. Well, no, I've been on time for the past 6 months. I've come early for the past 6 months. And there's numbers that you can track that. But let's say for family, because everybody has this person in their family. The person who only calls you unless they want something. Without me saying the name, everybody knows
Everybody
exactly who that person is in your family.
Everybody has somebody.
Whether it's, you know, first, second, third cousins, brother, sister, parents, whoever. But even if you stop that today, it's like, no, I'm calling this one, check on you.
Still.
Like, probably for the first 6 months, every time they call, you're in the back of your mind, it's like, okay, what does this person really want?
Yep.
This has to be a long con.
The long con.
The long con.
Right, like they really have to they're trying to build up for something big.
Right.
So like for a situation like that, you're gonna have to execute years just to change their perception.
Right.
And I think for a situation like that, especially with when you're dealing with family, it takes others to point it out.
Yeah.
Because how we see a brother and sister, you're pretty much always going to see that person that way until you have somebody on the outside like, hey, man, did you know this person does this? So somebody has to highlight it. Like in a relationship, that's tough. Like especially a boyfriend, girlfriend situation or husband, spouse, let's say somebody cheats. How do you fix that perception?
But I think it's more so the fact that do you want to fix yourself versus fixing your perception about somebody or fixing your perception of somebody that has about you.
No, you're right. No, you definitely have to want to fix it. Because if you don't want to fix it, it's irrelevant. You can think whatever you want.
Yeah, no, but I mean that you should care more so about you yourself versus what somebody thinks of you. That's what I'm saying. And I may be incorrect in that saying. But
I'm not gonna disagree with you.
But like if somebody thinks that I'm this type of person, like, and it's different if somebody thinks that I'm this type of person and I am, and I don't want to fix it versus this person thinks that I'm this type of person and I'm not that. Like, how much energy would you want to put into proving yourself to that person that I'm not the type of person that they think I am?
So for that, it depends on how many people have that perception.
You got it.
It depends on how much time you got. No, because like people, we live in a society where we misjudge shit all the time,
Right.
because we don't have all the
Straight up.
information. Social media, we misjudge people all the time. Co-workers, we misjudge them all the time. Family members, we misjudge them all the time. We don't have all the information. I heard it said in church, and I'm working on this. This is a struggle for me, but I'm working on this. Is that you never judge a person's choices until you know their options. Never judge a person's choices unless you know all their options.
Okay.
So when you know the options, now you can kind of understand, like, okay, well, this person did this because this is really the only things that they had.
You understand the choice. You
Correct.
understand the reason behind the choice.
Right. So it helps you with, not misjudging or mischaracterizing a person, because, a person's perception can change in a heartbeat. Like, people can think you're arrogant for, no reason. Just because you are confident, just because you walk a certain way. They be like, oh, he just looks like he's arrogant, or she just look like she thinks she all that, and she might be humble. She might be somebody that's really about like bigging up people, and you just don't know. You said something, Maeve, that I wanted to piggyback on. You shouldn't care about how, like, I forgot how you said. I wish I would have caught it in a moment. You said something about perception and caring about how other people perceive you or something like that.
You should care more about basically
no.
who you are, basically how people see you.
Right. So pretty much what I was saying was, and not to say that you shouldn't care what people think. If that's the word that got across, then I miscommunicated that. But what I'm saying is, you should care more so about you yourself versus trying to convince people to change their perception of you.
Right.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a balance in that too, because like I do think that we as people need to. It's sad to say, but in this day and age, we do have to think about perception and your brand, right? So your brand is simply like, what you're advertised as. Are you advertised as a loyal person? Are you advertised as a kind person, a humble person, an asshole, a jerk, somebody that people want to flock to, or someone that, people just run away from as soon as you enter the room? Like, you do have to monitor that if you're going to get anywhere in life, whether it be relationship wise, professionalized, anything. Because, well, what's the old saying? People only do business with people they know, they like, and they trust.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I want to be in a relationship with my wife, right? Well, I hit her up. We go on a date. She got to get to know me. So I have to put in that time. I got to court her. I have to take her to the movies, take her to the, restaurants, take her to, wherever guys and women go to, court.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now she knows me. In her getting to know me, I have to present myself in a way to where, that one person said, humor is something that is attractive, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she has to like me.
Yeah.
And then she has to trust me. All of that is perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Here's something important that you pointed out. Like, there was time put in and work put in for her to gain that perception from you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But let's say that your wife, right, has a perception of you, but somebody has a different perception of you that isn't who you are.
Oh, well, yeah, who cares? It depends on their proximity to my goals.
And exactly, and that brings up my point. Your wife, like I said, your wife got a chance to know you. I feel like if people took the time to know someone, then that perception of, or that in itself will build up, I feel like, the perception that should be there.
Yep.
It does, but at the same time, people are always evolving. So, just like with the example with the cousin, people can just get stuck of a old perception, and you change that. Movie that I like, Lucky Number 11.
Oh, I love that movie.
The rabbi says, hey, the first time somebody calls you a horse, you correct them. The second time, you punch them in the mouth. The third time, you call them a jerk. The fourth time is time that you get fitted for a saddle. Because if you have everybody telling the exact same thing, that's an issue with what you are presenting out there. Whether you feel it's true or not, if the world's telling you no, that no, you're a horse, no, you need to go and get that settled.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do think it does matter who it is and the amount of people that is saying it to you.
Especially if the person's perception. Let's just talk about people's perception that are valuable to you. Because who cares if the person's not valuable to you? Then
It's relevant.
Who cares? But there are people who control where you go and how far you go, that you do need to make sure you maintain that perception. Even if you're a business owner, even if you work for yourself, like, you need to make sure that, like, say you're a business owner, you got a customer, right? You better maintain that perception. Say you work at a normal W-2, you have a supervisor or a hiring manager, you better maintain that perception. I've seen many of people blackballed who, like, that department I couldn't get out of,
Yeah.
literally got blackballed. They were in there 5-6 years, could not get out. And sad to say, I mean, politics as usual. That's Jay-Z. Literally could not get through the wall because the people in charge were like, nope, you're not even worth it. Your numbers might be what it is, but everything about numbers. Somebody has to deal with you. And so just make sure that from a perception piece, you understand whose perception of you matters and who doesn't, and act accordingly. And make sure you know what kind of perception you want to have for those people.
Yeah, agreed. One thing I did want to go ahead and talk about before we go and move things along is I had some mentor at work about this. And what they gave me was something that fits for both professional as well as personal.
Love it. Let's go.
So what there's like, well, whoever's perception you're trying to change, ask them, number one, what the perception is of me. And what it is, whatever it is that you're trying to change, ask them what you need to do to change it.
Okay.
So by doing that, that person now has to pay attention to you. So you're forcing them to watch you. So now the only thing you have to do at that point is execute.
I like it. I like it.
So I heard that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely got to bring this up.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Okay,
Have you tried that?
I was about to thank you. I was just getting there.
Were you?
Yeah.
We just had, we literally just had this conversation Wednesday.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't had a chance to implement it yet.
But that's dope. Shout out to your awareness.
Oh no, nigga, you should have been did that shit.
Look at this nigga.
What the hell you talking about?
It's like, it's been 24 hours, nigga.
But shit, y'all trashed me at the top of this episode for mounting my TV and not inviting y'all niggas over in 24 hours.
Load them up.
Shoot, the person that you told that to, why didn't you tell them to be that person to watch you?
Because we're just filling each other out. Like,
This is the new
right. It's somebody who just came to my department, so they don't have a strong perception of me yet. But we were having a really deep conversation. I wanted to have her opinion on perception.
Right.
So did she give you her perception? Did she give you her perception of you?
Not yet, no.
Okay. I'd like to.
Because how long does it take for someone to start building a perception about you?
About 60 seconds.
Yeah, immediately. But is that just like you said, for example, for dating, it takes time to build up to know somebody.
It does.
So just because you have an immediate perception of them, of whoever the person is, it takes wisdom to know that I need to know more about this person to give an accurate picture.
Don't mean they correct. You get that first impression.
Yeah. So you have somebody at your job that you're going to ask that too? Like,
yes.
do you have somebody that you feel like you built up a long enough relationship to?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think their perception of you is going to be?
Ooh. To be honest with you, I know what it's going to be. It's going to be actually what I said on the podcast a couple weeks ago about me giving my B game. That is going to be their perception of me, that he doesn't give 100% all the time.
Oh, shit, just ask this nigga right now to watch you. Shit, he in the same room with you. Just ask the nigga Reg.
Oh shit! That nigga went there.
Nah, I got you though. You know what? That's not a bad. What's the word I'm looking for? A bad. I don't want to say teaching. That's not the word I'm looking for. That's not a bad. Shit, I don't know what I'm
Idea?
trying to say. Nah,
Coaching opportunity.
there you go. We can go with that. It's not a bad coaching
That's
opportunity.
not what he was thinking.
It
not.
was not. I was
It's
just, I was
not.
just trying to. I'm trying to help him out. I'm trying to help him out.
Appreciate that,
Nigga
but
he took that lightsaber. He was like,
I did. I was
with
reaching for
that. That nigga's lying to the audience. That is not what the fuck he was thinking.
It wasn't. But no, I think that's a good thing to do for anyone. You know, kind of like how we did, or how you did. We pointed out when you went to social media and you started asking people what are the 3 things that I do better than most people. That's whatever that was. That's a good one of those.
Shout out to for reminding me of that because I got to do the opposite,
The negative side of it.
I gotta double back on that. So shout out to you for reminding me. Of that.
Nah, that is good. That's good info. You got anything else?
That's all I got.
Good shit. So, one thing that I wanted to talk about, I ran into it today. So, my topic actually switched like a couple hours ago. So, I was online, and I saw this article, and it's the headline was, "What's the age by which you should have your debt paid off?" And this takes me back to my genesis on this show.
Yeah, this was your earlier episodes.
No credit res.
Yes.
No credit res. So it talked about the mortgage. And so this kind of hit me where I live, literally. So it says Americans hold $8.8 trillion of mortgage debt, according to a February report from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. It's the largest type of household debt in the country. And it increased substantially during the fourth quarter of 2017. It went up $139 billion, according to the report. Pump the brakes. So that means basically in the last quarter of last year, everybody, a lot of people started moving into home ownership. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to my brother Sunday. He came over because, we just are trying to chop it up and build our relationships. And one of the things that came out of that conversation was I told him, I appreciate the house, right? But I didn't buy this house to stunt on niggas, right? I bought it to provide a home for my wife. I don't really care about the house from a standpoint of like it's not a you made it moment. It's for me, I look at it as like, now I gotta pay this motherfucker off.
Yeah.
So everybody's rushing to buy houses, especially here in Dallas, because California's here. House rates are going up. Well, house rates are going up across the country, but especially here in Dallas, and everybody's jumping to a house. And sometimes buying a house is not a blessing if you're not ready for it. Like, it feels good in the moment, but then when reality hits you, it's like you're not ready for that moment. It will pop you. So we're seeing an uptick in that based off of this. Then the person, they asked Kevin O'Leary, he's from ABC Shark Tank, and they were asking his advice on this. And so he says, if you want to find financial freedom, you need to retire all your debt. And yes, that includes your mortgage. And they asked him, well, what age should you do this by? He said you should aim to have everything paid off from student loans to credit card debt by the age of 45.
Okay, I still got a little bit of time.
Well, I'm a little older than you. So I started looking at it like, oh shit. I thought the nigga was gonna give me a little more time. Like, I was like, that's saying coming quick.
Yeah, that sand dropping.
The hourglass almost empty.
Boy, like, all right. So he goes on to say the reason I say 45 is the turning point, or in your 40s. So he gave me a little leeway there, but I'm gonna stick with 45 for the sake of this, is because think about a career. Most careers start in your early 20s and they end in your mid 60s. So when you're 45 years old, and I love this because I love sports, the game is more than half over. So you better be out of debt because you basically have to use the second half to accrue all your capital
to build up for retirement.
Yes. So 45, you're at halftime.
Ooh, shit.
Already a little over half. Well, no, let's say halftime because modern medicines, you're probably gonna, live to your 80s, 90s, give or take. So yeah, you're at halftime at 45. Yeah, you better start building up that capital for retirement.
And so that was credit card debt and student loans by 45.
Yes,
And mortgage.
and your mortgage.
No,
And
you're saying
mortgage.
all debt.
Yeah,
by 40.
all the debt, student loans, car note, credit card, mortgage, all that. Now let's keep it a buck. This is not gonna work for most people because most people haven't put this much thought into it. But it doesn't mean it shouldn't give us something to strive for, right? So, in my household, we have student loan debt, and I have to kill that. And we have car loans, I have to kill that. Got a credit card, killing that. Got a mortgage now, killing that. So it says, according to a 2018 study, and then we can start getting ready to chop it up, more than 70% of Americans between the age of 56 and 61 were in debt in 2010. According to that study, that number went up 64% from 1992.
And what's the number for 11?
So it was more than 70% of Americans
Are in debt.
between the age of 56 and 61 were in debt in 2010.
That's actually surprisingly lower than I thought.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that it's almost over 30% of Americans who are out of debt. It's actually impressive.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, we could do a little better. So, unlike other types of debts like big credit card bills, taking out a mortgage on a home that appreciates in value can be a smart decision because that's we get fooled into, oh well, it's actually an investment, but they basically, just a paraphrase, so we're not just reading, is it says it's a gray area because a lot of houses don't. There's some houses that appreciate more than others, and a lot of houses that don't appreciate as quickly as others. So it depends on your market. So it's not always a good idea to, well, it actually says that. It's not always a good investment, in my opinion. Most people in their 20s or even in their 30s have no reason to be taking on that kind of debt. Homes don't always gain as much value. So you have to be careful. So some people beat themselves up because they're like, well, dang, I'm 30-something years old and I don't have a house. But that might be a good thing because you can kill off all the other debt quicker. And you don't have the stress and strain of, dang, I have what's the average house going on for now? Like $200,000, $150,000, 100.
Shit, no, yeah,
It's
closer
a
to
lot.
the twos, yeah.
So, more or less, what are y'all thoughts on that so far?
Man, I understand where they're coming from. My whole thing is like, I don't feel like you should be using a lot of your life to pay off debt. Now, I get credit card and student loans and car notes and all that stuff. But I mean, even after paying off all that, if you're just rolling your money into your mortgage, not saying that you shouldn't pay off your mortgage faster, because I definitely think that you should pay off debt as fast as you possibly can. But it's like, nigga, if I feel like I'm already paying bills, so it's like, what I got to keep. It's like I'm just paying on stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I do.
So,
Shit, yeah, I do.
I mean, I get it, and I get the thought behind it. But I mean, something like that, I feel like it's easier said than done.
Oh, absolutely easier said than done. This ain't easy. It's simple. This ain't easy.
Yeah, and something like that, it would be hard to see in the beginning if you're not,
I don't think any of this is accomplishable at all without vision. Like, at all. Like, this is...
straight
Well,
up.
he lost the stone, so nobody has vision. Hashtag Thanos.
Oh, man, he plucked this shit. Sidebar. And I'm going to get off of this. Sidebar, though.
Shit.
Real shit,
There
though.
goes the sidebar.
Motherfucking Thanos. That's my nigga, though. I love him, though. Yo, Marvel, y'all got to stop picking and choosing when this nigga can crack a nigga shit and when he can't. This nigga literally ball-fisted Cap skull in.
Yeah.
He woke up, no brain contusion, no nothing. He gently picks the stone off Vision's head and his dome cracked in.
And Vision is pure vibranium.
Stop it, y'all. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
But I mean, I think paying off all the other debt, I think is a great idea. I think paying on your mortgage to make it go down quicker, I think is important too. But shit, man, you can. There's a lot you can do with just having a mortgage and paying more than your monthly payment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
and
can.
then having a lot of cash to do other things.
Yeah, you can. You gotta live. Nobody's saying. Well, Dave Ramsey's saying it, but other than
Dave Ramsey said, "You can't live, nigga. Just pay off debt.
You
can't live until you pay off all your debt, nigga."
Like, nigga, you on pause. Your life is on pause. You can't do shit.
That's your boy,
I get
though.
it.
Said,
I get it though.
Go to the restaurant? Nah.
No, nigga. You better be ordering a glass of water,
Go
nigga.
on vacation? Nah. You better put some sugar in that water.
And stir that bitch up. Shit.
We're going back to the ramen noodle dog.
Oh, man.
Vacation, nigga. You better drive your ass to Galveston, Texas, nigga.
Oh my god.
But yeah, nah.
But I mean, for me, so from Jay, what were your thoughts on it?
I get the idea behind it,
Yep.
but I was just doing some math, right?
Oh, I'm gonna give you some math.
So my last car note was a little over, right at $300, right, before I paid it off. Mm-hmm. If I add up what I'm paying for student loans, what I was paying for credit card, and any other just random miscellaneous debt that I'm paying off, looking at about $575 extra, and putting that into this, paying that amount, putting into the principal on the mortgage, even in 5 years, that's what. Let me grab a calculator real quick. 12 months.
That's not really calculated on
This
the
nigga-
goddamn
this nigga on the
podcast.
podcast.
So
nigga,
like
you just calculate.
it's roughly $35,000
Okay.
on a $250,000 house.
Mm-hmm.
That's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, it is. So let me give you some perspective.
So it's this, like I said in the beginning, it's you feel defeated.
Oh yeah, that's why I said I think this is impossible without vision. So, when I got so the scariest thing again, and I think I've said this before, but when you get your house, they give you that printout of like, hey, this is what your total loan is. This is what your month is, 1 through month whatever, 15 year or 30 year, whatever you do. Please do the 15, or if you do the 30, pay it off in 15. But it literally tells you. So when I saw my shit and I was like, damn, like I'm paying X amount of dollars and only 200 is going into
the principal.
Yeah, the rest is just interest.
When I got down to the very bottom, that $200,000 house cost well over $600,000.
Yep.
And I like my house. I'm glad I'm here. I've walked in a $600,000 house before. This ain't it.
Yeah.
It's different.
No,
Well,
that's
I mean,
a good point. You know, because I was talking to somebody whose house, who they said their house cost like $500,000, and by the end of his loan, the house gonna be well over $1 million.
Oh, it's 1 point, like what, 4? It'll be one. Yeah. So
Easily.
That's a scam.
It's called a mortgage. The root word is morgue. Morgue means death.
So buying a house puts you in the grave?
Yes, it can. Like it's a financial grave if you're not ready, especially with interest rates fluctuating. Get it while it's low. But I looked at my house. So this is what I would have to do. So I took 45 years minus my age of 33. All right. I got 12 years
Yeah, you are old.
to pull this off.
Nigga, damn.
Yeah.
Ancient.
Yeah, nigga.
Gray hairs.
Listen. Oh no, I got the gray hairs. It's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say it's wisdom. We'll
How old are you, Rez? I mean, Rock.
Hey man, don't put that out there.
31. I'm about to say
31.
This nigga
Like 1 year under.
this nigga like 14 months younger than me. He talking shit.
No gray hairs. We
But-
all good, baby.
Okay, so I got 12 years to pay off the mortgage. Say the mortgage is $206,000. I divide that up by the years until I'm 45. So anybody can do this. This is the formula. Take 45 minus your age. That's how long you have. Right? Then you take whatever mortgage you have or whatever debt you have. You divide that by the years you have left. In my case, it's 12. And that equals the amount that you need to apply to that debt. So literally, I would need to pay not only just my mortgage, but an extra $1,430.55.
An extra how much?
$1,430.55.
And that's where you stand right now.
Extra.
Bruh.
That's where you stand right now.
Right now.
What? That's
In your current situation
In my current situation.
with no kids.
No kids.
Oh,
So I put a kid on that, dead. Like, because the kid's going to eat me.
Yeah.
So the thing is, but at least I know the number. Right.
That's
yeah.
that's the most important part. At least you know what it is.
Yeah, and I did some bootleg,
Of course.
arithmetic. I mean, I just did it surface level. I mean, when you throw in interest rates, it's gonna all this stuff.
Balloon
Is
up.
gonna
Yeah,
change.
yeah.
But so that's just like a rough estimate. Like I need to be in the 14. I just say the $1,400 to $1,700 range to make this happen. But this is the incentive. This is the reason they said. Oh, that's actually a word he used. He said, "There's never an incentive to stay in debt. Life's unpredictable. What happens if you get laid off or you incur unexpected expenses elsewhere? Your once manageable mortgage is suddenly going to seem not so manageable." Susie Orman, financial expert, she agreed. If you plan to stay in your home through your golden years, you need to pay it off before you retire. And then self-made millionaire David Bach basically says that paying off your mortgage as quickly as possible is a step towards retirement early. Because think about this. Take away your car note, your mortgage, your credit card, and your student loan payments. Take all that away and just put that number in your head. How much money is that a month?
Shit, a stupid amount.
Right. Now, multiply that number just by 10. I'm not going to do 12 because it'll fuck y'all up. It's easy math. 10.
Damn, bro.
I'm just saying.
Well, we some bums over here. I got you.
I was talking to them.
Okay.
No, but take that number, multiply it by 10.
Yeah, you
Right.
save a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Now, imagine if you're staving that away. How fast could you get to $20,000?
Shit, quick.
Yeah.
Right. Now imagine. Now that's just $20,000 in your savings account. Right. Now do that again. How fast could you get to $20,000 that you are investing?
Quick.
So the value, and that's why I say it's impossible without vision. Nobody wants to hear, "Damn, man, I got to pay off $75,000, $120,000 for the student loans, $200,000 for the student loans. Then I got to pay off another $300,000 worth of debt." It's hard to see that.
Yeah.
But when you look at the benefits of it, it's like, oh, okay, well, wait a minute. So if I take all this debt away, how much money do I really have? Because it's not in America for most people in the middle class. I'm only speaking to the middle class. We have the money. We just drop it on debt a majority of times, or liquor, or food, or vacations.
Boy,
our money
anything
usually goes
is possible.
Yeah, our money usually goes to food, liquor, vacation, or debt. That's usually where it goes, right? So you have enough money, and if you don't have enough money, get a second job or get a business. Work from home, do something. Everybody's got a part-time gig now. I don't care if you're driving for Uber or you doing network marketing or what. If you do not have a something that's generating money from you outside of your job, you sleeping. Like you still in 2002. I don't know what you doing.
Right.
But whatever debt you have to eliminate that if you trying to get to the bread. Because right now you ain't getting to the bread because the interest is always going to eat more crumbs than you. Does that make sense?
Nah, that makes perfect sense.
So that's the value in looking at the sacrifice. So for example, if I sacrifice these 12 years, think about this. 12 years from now, I sacrifice. I pay this house off, right? Yep. I could do a couple of things. I could sell it, and maybe instead of $200,000, now it's worth $300,000. Well, I don't have to split that. I walk away with that. I give the real estate agent his cut. I pay the taxes because Uncle Sam gonna get his cut. Everything else is me. Mm-hmm. So maybe I paid the house off, but I walk away with $250,000 in my pocket.
Yeah, that's not a bad look.
Or I don't sell the house, and I just live here, and I just take the equity or whatever, and I invest it. And whatever I'm keeping from my overhead. And hell, I might want to quit my job. Fuck them.
Yeah. It doesn't sound bad. It sounds like a great plan.
Sounds like a nigga that ain't gonna do it.
No, it sounds like a great plan. It sounds good. If like you said, if you have the vision to do it,
That's what I'm on right now.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, ramen noodles from now on, huh?
Shit, you saw what I was eating.
This nigga Reds definitely had a bowl of ramen noodles walking in this hole today.
Trying to get to the bread.
Nah, I'm not mad at that. But yeah, it's gonna take a lot of sacrifice, especially if you're trying to pay off a mortgage on top of.
A saying I just heard in my head: time will either promote or expose you. Mm-hmm. So, one of the things I just thought about, certain people, older people,
Yeah.
and some of the choices they made, and I'm looking at where they're at financially as far as like their peace, and they're dependent on a lot of different hands and kindness from people, and I don't want to be that person. Like I want, like when I get old, God say the same. Like I want to be doling out cash to people who need it, and like it could be a family member that is in a jam, and I got them versus, yeah, like I don't know how I'm gonna make my note. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna keep them from repoing my whip. I don't want to be that. And time was gonna reveal who had a plan and who just kind of freestyled.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, you're right.
I feel like this is a down moment. It's so somber in here.
No, it's just
Why you think that?
You have a lot to think about.
Why do you think that's a down moment?
It's just so quiet. I like jokes.
No, it was good. It was good content, and it was good conversation.
Ghost content anyway.
I'm with Jay. He's like, no goddamn good conversations. Like I just learned some shit.
Teacher, what's next?
Oh, I'm off it.
All right, class, flip your book. Open your books. Flip to page 47.
That's what I'm talking about. Now I'm back. I feel it.
Yeah, man. Nah, that was good. That is a lot to think about, though, too. It's a lot to think about. And, I mean, a lot of people have their different situations.
Hey, don't judge a person unless you know their options.
Yeah, man.
Everybody can't do it.
Hey, dog. Cardi B said it perfectly. She said they gave a bitch two options: stripping or lose.
Well, so the first
strip,
one was a
not
great
fuck.
option.
Don't get it confused.
Wow.
You gonna run up on who and do what? Yo, that is my favorite part of that song. Nigga, listen, I was so lit when I first heard that song, dog. Nigga, my short ass was in the car like rolling down the window like, you gonna run up on who and do what?
Okay. Okay.
Oh, we're back. I
That
feel
shit's
it.
funny. That shit's funny as hell,
Good
man.
shit, man.
Yeah, man. Cut it short. We got anything else?
We did cut it short.
Oh, let's see. Which one?
Oh, you know what? Oh, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
Oh, no, I was just trying to see if I can think of another topic.
Oh, I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, I'm going to get this nigga off my case because he's been talking shit. All right?
Oh, okay. What's going on?
I'm talking to you, Mr. Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you want your Drake and Pusha reaction. This nigga pressed us online.
He did.
Like,
he did press us.
This dude might have to fuck around and be like an honorary member or some shit. Like, this nigga.
Yeah.
He,
Hey,
like,
man, we got to get him in.
yeah, this is he be pressing. How you press me from Tennessee, bro?
Long
That's
reach.
a long range press,
It
bro.
is, man.
But so
because he know it's gonna reach you.
I didn't even know.
He know the word. He know the word's gonna get back to you.
No, what's crazy though is like I thought we missed the boat on the whole Drake Pusha thing, so we weren't gonna talk about it. We were just like, we took an L on that. We should have.
Yeah, we kind of skirted over it a little bit.
Yeah, we touched. But I think the Duppy freestyle was out, and we reacted to that. But Push didn't hit him yet.
Nah.
And then by the time Pusha hit him, we had another episode in the can. So it was just like, do we really want to talk about something that's 2 weeks old?
Yeah, I got you.
So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
All right. So Pusha T drops Infrared, right? And more or less lights Drake up. He jabbed him. He jabbed him a few times. You know, how you gonna fix these wrongs when you don't even write your songs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Little bullshit like that.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah, it was taps. It's like you having a sparring match. So I'm not mad at that. Drake come back with fucking Guppy, and it's just something about when a nigga sighs at the beginning of a track.
I ain't gonna lie, that beat was
That
stupid.
shit was hard.
That beat was stupid. I was like, oh my goodness.
Man, I'm actually looking this shit up right now. but no, and that's what makes this so tragic because I think that Drake thought he had it in the bag. He thought he had a Meek Mill situation. And he was so confident that he was going to pull this off. Yeah. And it's like he was giving it to everybody. I mean, the nigga gave it to Quentin Miller, working at a Kroger's, doing double time.
Yeah, he was definitely dishing that shit out.
I mean, the nigga was punching everything. I was like, he called Ye a few times. He did Ye dirty.
Yeah.
And, it was quiet for a second. And then all of a sudden, I just hear the fucking phone light up. And everybody's like,
hold on, my nigga. Time out. Pause. Nigga,
Yo.
you over here playing video games on a podcast, my nigga?
Just a little bit. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Bro.
the disrespect. Bro. What the fuck are you playing? No, you know what? Pump the brakes. Hey, I'm sorry, sweet. J-Rock wants to play his video game, so let's see what's going on in J-Rock.
No, go ahead, man.
That's
go ahead.
more relevant.
Yes, that is more important
so,
than
go ahead,
what we
man.
got going on
Hold
over
on.
here.
So flame this nigga.
Bro, what you playing,
What
bro?
you playing?
Nothing, man. Go.
Nah,
go,
you was.
No, what you was playing?
Like,
Go
nigga,
ahead. Go ahead, Rez.
No, go ahead. What was you playing?
Yeah, bro.
Share with the class.
Yeah, dog, what's going on? Yeah, there you go.
Share with the class. Your teachers do that bullshit.
Jared, what do you? Yeah, stay up in class.
Come to the front of the class.
Yeah, what you got going,
Yes.
bro?
Read your note in front of the class.
Man, none man is playing a
Do
little
you
bullshit
like
game.
me? Yes, no.
Read your note or go to the office.
Okay, I'm about to go to the office then.
He's a bitch. This nigga really getting up.
I see how I was living.
Bro.
All right, go ahead. I'm back from the office.
No, I'm just saying, like, internet world lit up, and all I heard was, and it's like, oh shit, is that the story of OJ? No, it's not.
Yeah, nah.
It's not the story of OJ. Story of another young man, Mr. Blackface, Drake, who I don't know how. Where's the fucking thing?
It's that.
Like, god damn it, how Sway?
What?
How do
Oh,
you
the
be a?
soundboard,
How are you
yeah.
a black man doing blackface?
I don't know, man. That was tough. I don't even know how that picture didn't come out until then, because Drake said that he that was back when he was trying to get it popping in his acting career.
Right.
And yeah, that picture, I've never even seen it. I've never heard whispers of it. And then whoever found it was a G for that.
But what's amazing about because I didn't appreciate the song at first. I heard it, but I was driving in the car. I was about to say the whip. I was driving in the car with my wife, and when you hear this song, but it's like playing on the phone and someone's talking to you, so you're really not taking it all in. And I was already pissed off because normally I don't like rap beef where you rap over somebody else's beats. Like I dock points for that. unless you go like super hard. Like Sheether, all right, cool, it's a Nas beat. But she drugged Nicki so long, it just didn't matter. I was like, yeah, she killed her. So I heard OJ, what is it, Adidon?
Story of Adidon. Story of Adidon.
Nobody can say it. Anyway, why'd you name the kid that, bro?
The story of Adidon.
But anyway, so I hear it and I was like, all right, that's cute, that's cool. It ain't fucking with Duppy. But then I like going to the room. I lock in and I turn the lights down and I'm in my zone and I hear the full viciousness of this shit.
Bro, I feel like Pusha T wasn't even really just trying to rap on that hoe. I feel like he was just trying to just throw some shit out there.
Yo!
This nigga was trying to just throw some shit out there that would hurt Drake feelings.
Bro, it worked.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's like if you take the fucking blackface, on top of that, you take the story of OJ beat, which is a commentary on how, you know, black people's identities and who we're supposed to be and how we used to, you know, dance for massa and all that shit.
Yeah.
And tie it to the fact that Drake has an identity crisis problem because his dad left his mom back when he was a kid that he can't do shit about. He doesn't identify as a black man. That's why he ain't let the fro grow out because it wouldn't nap enough. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it was tough.
And then when he here's a body blows. When he goes after Sophie, the nigga says Sophie knows better. That's the IG name. Mm-hmm. Ask your baby mother. Cleaned her up for IG, but the stench is still on her. Porn star. A baby's involved is deeper than rap. We talking character. Let's keep with the facts. You were hiding a child. It's the way he said it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he just floated like, you know, we talking character. Let me keep with the facts. You're hiding a child. Let that boy come. It's like you are hiding a child. That is damning.
Bro, this nigga didn't even try to rhyme that shit. That nigga just said
it.
Oh shit, he did rhyme it.
Let's keep with the facts. You are hiding a child.
Damn it. Like that nigga was a Maury or some shit.
You
Bro.
are the father.
Yeah, hell nah, man.
Dog, he called this nigga a deadbeat father, man, playing Border Patrol because apparently they out of the country and they can't get back to the United States, which is ironic because Drake is in Canada, which is not in the United. I mean, that dog, the double on. Oh my god, this shit was so dope. It's like I can't go line for line because it gets a little too disrespectful. Like what he said about 40. How did y'all feel about that? By the way,
man, you know what? I've been battling with this whole rap beef thing because, you know, on one side you hear people say that, you know, there's no limits in rap beefs,
right?
You know, because I mean, shit, we listen to battle rap and we listen to Calico and all them niggas. This ain't nothing compared to.
Man, well, let's not act like Jay didn't tell Nas like I skeeted on your baby seat. Like how disrespectful. like if we gonna let Hov slide, Push ain't do it that bad. You skeeted on the baby seat, nigga. That's disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
Nigga said left the condom in the Jeep. Fuck,
bro, that is tough. So I mean,
and he lost that battle. He said that and lost.
Man, I don't know, man. I think that shit. Let me get in the mic. I think that I mean, it was a tough line, you know, to go with someone's illness.
Yeah, that tick tick tick. He's sick.
Yeah, that
with
shit
the
was
666.
Yeah,
Yo, what's crazy? Oh my god,
that shit was bonkers.
It was so wrong because it was like he said how much time he got, right? Like tick tick tick. That man is sick, and then he tied it in with the Drake 666. But he was talking about the devil flow 666, which I never really. I don't know why that wasn't more relevant to me before. Like I know it rubbed me the wrong way initially when Drake said 666. But then it kind of just faded away because he kept dropping hits. But yeah, like, it's a little dicey. It's a little dicey in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing's really ever off limits.
What, talking about 40?
Yeah.
40 didn't do shit, though.
I mean, like, even with that whole thing, like, he could say it's on time because it was a tick, tick, tick. It was a rhyme off that, then the 666. So, like, you know, you can explain it any way you want.
Right.
But, like...
I ain't never heard nobody go after nobody with MS though. That's a little. But Pac did say Prodigy was dying.
Yeah.
Now Pac went first, but That's
Damn.
not funny. R.I.P. the Pocket. R.I.P. the Pocket Prodigy, man. Why did y'all laugh at that?
He went first.
Yeah, shit, nigga. Who got the last laugh?
He
That's
couldn't go
what's funny. I mean, shit. I mean, it's all fair games, dog. I guess it's all fair games for when you talk about a rap battle. Anybody can get it. I mean, because apparently, Drake brought in Pusha's fiance, which I really don't feel like that
wasn't nothing, though.
That wasn't shit.
That wasn't. I'm gonna put a ring on it like Vanessa. What do you say? Vanessa, whatever.
I don't know. And we don't.
That wasn't even a good line.
It wasn't.
And I think even Pusha said that.
For him to unload the way he did, for Pusha to unload the way he did.
Oh, he emptied the fucking clip on him.
But I mean, it's a battle.
And he messed up the Adidas press run because that's definitely not happening.
You still don't think it's happening?
No, not the way it was intended to. They're gonna have to change that. And then this is such a vulnerable moment for Drake because it's like literally his album hasn't dropped yet. So the ironic part is he was like basically paraphrasing, "Don't mess with me while I'm in my album mode." Well, nigga, Push just dropped like a week before you dissed him. He's still in album mode.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean nothing. Clearly you got that action. And
then Drake gotta be careful what he says because of the Adidas. Like he
Yeah.
can't go this too crazy out there.
yeah.
Because he's more mainstream right now.
Which is why I mean I think he
gonna-
chilled out.
Yeah.
On
So-
top of what Jay Prince told him to slow down.
So are we buying the Jay Prince Drake had a career ending diss for Pusha T?
I'm not gonna say that Drake did not have a diss. I don't know if it's necessarily career ending. I mean, I don't know if there's a such thing as career ending when you're talking about a rap battle and how much time.
Ask Ja Rule.
Do you think Ja Rule's career ended off a rap battle? Him losing
50?
a rap battle?
Whew.
It was a lot.
Yeah, 50 did a lot.
Yeah,
of damage.
50 did
it,
a
It
lot.
wasn't just 50. Like they jumped him. It was 50 M, Busta Rhymes, G Unit, like the whole fucking.
Yeah.
He got hit by like 12 niggas.
Yeah.
D12. Like Ja wasn't the same out there. Like there's certain rap battles that like they take a toll on your career. Where you're just never heard from again.
Yeah, it either's gonna catapult you, or you're gonna sink after it.
But here's the thing about the Jay Prince saying that he had a career ending diss. I mean, it's easy to say something like that when that something is not going to get released.
Facts.
Like you can say
Yeah.
whatever you want to about the track he had if we're never going to hear the track. We
Right.
can just say, "Oh man, Jay Prince." And I'm not shitting on Jay Prince because I hear Jay Prince is a real ass nigga.
Yeah, you better keep it.
But I'm just saying it's easy to say something that
Nobody can confirm it.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a spin machine. I'm not mad at that. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell you gonna end the career of a nigga like Pusha T. Because let it be known, you niggas that eat McDonald's, Pusha T wrote that jingle. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. That's Pusha T,
Bro,
He been in the game for a minute.
nigga.
bro, this nigga got
This
nigga got the bag off 3 words.
Bruh, listen, y'all. Pusha T is that nigga. And it's hard to end the career of a nigga like that. That's like Chris Brown saying, I'm going to end Neo career. How, nigga? He wrote for Beyonce. He wrote for everybody. You can't... It's certain niggas just like... Just because they're not in the limelight like that, like, they move shit.
Maybe not necessarily in his
Shout out
career.
to David for that.
Maybe not necessarily in his career, but maybe in his perception of how niggas look at him in the street.
What is Drizzy Drake gonna say about Pusha T that's gonna hurt him in the streets?
I don't know. Apparently, he had some shit about Kanye West too.
Yeah, well, apparently this nigga had $10,000 for information on Pusha T.
Ain't got nothing.
Ain't got nothing.
Oh well, shit. The world may never know. I guess.
No, that song gonna leak, man.
You think so?
Yeah,
It's gonna leak. It's not gonna. I mean, it ain't gonna.
it ain't gonna mean it. It ain't gonna
Yeah,
mean nothing.
It's not gonna
now.
mean anything.
Ironically, you know what's crazy is Drake's in the same position Meek Mill's in. Remember Meek got dissed with back to back, and he just was waiting so long to drop. He finally dropped that War Pain, but it was like a little too late because it had been like months. And then Drake, petty ass, dropped what was that? Revenge. Looking for revenge. Summer 16. That's what it
Yeah.
was. Nigga dropped it the same day as fucking War Paint. Petty ass nigga. That's petty as fuck.
Well, that damn payback.
Dog, karma's we were talking about LeBron with the karma. Drake catching the karma, man.
So do y'all think that Drake? Do y'all think that Jay Prince was like, "Don't mess up the money. Don't."
That's
why he-
exactly
Yeah.
what happened. Somebody got a phone call, and I know Joe Budden did an excellent breakdown on this conspiracy theory, Joe. But I mean, yeah, like you signed to a nigga that signed to a nigga. Like, yeah, you
Yeah.
fucking up the bag.
Yeah. What do you say? Who backs you?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
that's
it's
real.
Yeah, I mean, that shit's the same as LeBron. That's why he don't never say nothing like this finals. He ain't go off on JR and didn't do nothing publicly because I gotta protect my brand. My brand is my money.
Yeah, but I don't want to get into LeBron. He got exposed on a lot of levels.
Well, I'm just
A
saying.
lot of levels this past. This is a bad 3 weeks. He should have lost to Boston, nigga. You should have lost to Boston. That would have been a better L for you.
Well, I'm just saying, as far as perception wise,
Yeah.
he hides a lot of stuff because he knows is I can make more money by keeping my mouth shut on it.
Yeah, but he do some sucker shit, man.
Okay.
Don't come to the fucking press conference with a goddamn rap on cast. Like, nigga,
Hey, I saw that same cast at CVS, man.
how the hell you gotta... I mean, I'm not finna go on a tangent. I'm just like, how the hell you say in one sentence, like, well, you know, it's I got a hand contusion. So basically, I was playing with a broken hand. A contusion and a broken hand are not the same thing. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, your word choice was not all there.
I mean, basically, I was playing with a broken... No, basically, nigga, you lying. Like, that's what the fuck told this L.
I mean,
Like, come on, man.
that's his spinning narrative.
Yeah, whatever, man.
I don't think he cares though. But
Shit. No, he definitely cares.
What, Mr. 3-6 Mafia?
hold on, are we still on LeBron?
Yeah. You don't think LeBron care?
Nah, he cares. He want niggas to say, I carried the team to the finals with a broken hand, and I still did good.
Kobe won with a broken hand. Jordan won with a broken hand.
He don't care about that
and
shit.
played with the flu.
He don't care about that. That nigga is definitely on to the next. Like, all right. What team
time's
want to
my
go to the
flight to
finals? Yeah, what's this next team I'm taking to the finals? I ain't got time for y'all
Right.
niggas right now. Shit, you can see how did he leave the press conference game one? This nigga put on his glasses, grabbed his suitcase, walked out that bitch.
And told nigga
Emphasis on the suitcase.
do better next time. That nigga does trust the process.
Bro, this nigga know he
man.
runs the NBA, dog. We gonna figure out what he runs next. But
All right, man. Well, that's good shit. We done?
I think so, man. We got anything else?
I'm good.
Nah, we good.
We gonna. I really want to know what game he was playing. Like he was playing Clash of the Clans.
Nah.
Clash of the.
Oh, what the
Clash
hell
of the
were you
Clans?
playing?
On that.
You gotta look at the phone to know what you was
Guns
playing?
and
Roses?
Guns and Glory. Guns and Glory.
What the hell is that?
It's a game.
Shameless plug it.
I just did Guns and Glory.
What is it about?
It's
Maybe you can get us an advertising brand.
nah. It's a game.
I'm just saying. Games pay people to do reads for them. We're professionals.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have anything to say.
Have you played that critic game?
Hell no. He ain't played that fucking game since Novaco Skull. Look at that.
I need Saint Mail on it.
Yo, I need you to do it.
Go ahead. Crazy motherfucker, do you speak it?
Bro, this nigga.
Oh,
y'all are tripping, man.
nigga said that is bad.
Yeah, you need a high credit score, motherfucker. we need to pull that footage. That needs to be a hot take.
That
We
shit
need
was
to find
funny
that.
as hell. Nigga, you late again?
Oh man.
All right, man.
Let's bounce up out of here.
Speak between the lines.
All right.
Yeah, I was about to say. I thought someone was going to catch the alley.
Okay. All right, we got your boy J Rock.
King Gave.
Is so uninvested right now. Rez.
All right, we out of here.
That was one of the worst endings ever.